Sometime around 2000 or earlier, my friend had gone camping with his family. He was about 5 at the time. They had gone to this summer camp that his family had been involved with for years, and were allowed to use one of their cabins for the weekend because they were on good terms with the full-time staff. Now the camp is divided in a few clusters of cabins, all of which were pretty old and creepy and built in the early 1930s. They had been well maintained but never refurbished, with just mesh windows and creaky big wooden doors. They could give anyone the creeps, especially with the winter wind blowing. My friend's family was staying in one of the cabins close to the buildings where the camp director worked and slept. On the second day, as it was getting dark, my friend and his older brother, who was a regular counselor there for the past few years, went for a walk which led them down a winding dirt road to another cluster of cabins. They could both tell there was something wrong, but they couldn't place it. My friend several years later told me that it felt like everything looked completely ordinary, but it was like there was just something that completely threw the vibe off. His brother would attribute it to what he noticed. Next, the furthest cabin from the entrance had all the windows closed. There were large wooden panels that had been lifted up and put in the mesh windows. Then he heard a loud thud, and then lights in the cabin were on. Now, it wasn't uncommon for other cabins to be rented out by hunters in the winter, so he left it alone, even though he still had a strange vibe and decided not to investigate further. The next morning during breakfast, he was speaking to the camp director and casually asked him how many other cabins he was planning on renting that hunting season, and mentioned that he had noticed that another cabin was being used back towards the far side of the camp. The director had a stunned look on his face and then told him to call the police and that they weren't renting out any of the other cabins that weekend. The police showed up, and after a 2-hour standoff in the middle of the woods, ended with a man in custody. For the past 3 weeks there had been a dangerous man hiding out in a summer camp. My friend didn't know it at the time, but was later told by his brother that when they took him out he was starving and unshaved. He had a rifle, a pistol, and a shotgun, and 2 duffel bags full of stolen items that had been taken during violent break-ins over the past month in the surrounding countries. Yo guys, what is up and how's it going? I really hope you enjoyed this video. I love horror stories. I like the stories that Creepypasta and Mr. Nightmare do. So this was pretty much encouraged by them. I enjoy their videos, so I was like, I want to make one of those, and I really hope you enjoyed this story, and it's just some creepy stuff that I wanted to do for a while, but I never really did it. So I really do hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll definitely be doing another video like this. The link to my Twitter, Facebook page, and my clan's Facebook page will be in the description, so check them out, and peace.